Hey guys, this is my review of the Sitka system that I use down here in Virginia. I've got everything I need to hunt from warm weather to the colder winter months. Everything that I use all fits in this backpack. The tool bucket from Sitka, it's great. It's got a lot of space to hold a bunch of things, and the clothes, just to show, is super packable. So you can fit everything inside this that you need for an entire season. We'll start off with the warmer weather gear and move to the colder weather. Just for your reference, I am 165 and about 5'10.5". All these things are size medium, except for the gloves are size large. Okay, starting off here, I just have the Traverse cap. Just use that, pretty simple, just a hat. Next, what I have is the Equinox Guard hoodie. This piece is very lightweight, super thin, very breathable. I've hunted in 80-degree weather and it's been great in this. It's got a face mask and a hood that you can fully put up on there. The best part of this is it's got the polygiene technology, which has worked super well. Usually this kind of sports athletic stretchy material, when I wear it, it sort of smells bad, but with this, it's amazing how little it stinks. It also has another important thing, is the insect shield to keep the ticks and bugs off of you. So that's very important down here in Virginia. The ticks are really bad, so I use this all the time in those early months. And then to go with that, I also have the Equinox Guard pants. These pants, again, really lightweight, thin, breathable, which is what you want when it's hot and sunny out. And my favorite feature that these have is actually inside the bottom. You can tuck your socks into this layer so the ticks won't be crawling up your leg. And I use this all the time. Again, it's got the polygiene and the insect shield built into it, so you don't have to put on extra bug spray, and it doesn't stink. So that's fantastic. Love this. I also have the t-shirt, just the crew t-shirt, and this is just another warm weather t-shirt. If I want to put it on, it's got the polygiene in it, so it doesn't stink, and yeah, just a normal t-shirt. So next up, when it starts to get a little colder out, I throw on some gloves. These are the Fanatic gloves, just really nice. You're still able to use your thumb and pointer finger when you have these gloves on if you need to use your phone, move a camera, a GoPro, or just grip on your release a little better. One thing that Brady and I have noticed is you can actually wear these even when it's still warm out and your hands aren't going to be sweaty. And when it gets colder, it'll keep your hands a little warmer. If you just got them in your pockets, got to pull out quick, shoot a deer, your hands are not going to get cold in those couple minutes. So real great in-between layer. Not the warmest gloves, but also not going to make you sweat when it's hot out. Next is a piece that a lot of people love, and it is the Fanatic hoodie. I've definitely come to use this piece quite a bit. I use this when it gets into the cooler mornings, but not below the 50s. I'll keep this on, and got a face mask, hood. The sleeves come out, and you can actually make your hands into little mittens. If it is getting in those little bit colder times, these with the gloves, your hands will stay nice and warm. Yeah, it's a good, the inside material is a little fuzzy, soft, it feels good. I use this as soon as the mornings start getting under 55 degrees, and then pretty much leave it on all the way through the season, as I use it as a more insulation layer as we go farther on. So now things are starting to get a little bit more chilly. You got to pull out the Stratus gear. Starting off with the Stratus pants. These have been awesome. Come with a belt, just a little plastic clip right into here. Slides in. It's worked well. Haven't had sliding. They got a little bit of a rubbery material here so your pants don't fall down as an extra thing. That's worked out. It's got the two pockets up on the top, and then you've got the two pockets with the buttons, and then two zippers on top of those pockets that you can use to just store extra stuff and that you can still access when you have your saddle or a harness on, which is great. I didn't go with the bibs because I figured if I'm going to get some bibs, I'm going to get the warmest ones possible for when I'm hunting Wisconsin, and this is just my in-between layer. The material on it is got the wind stopper. It's not completely waterproof, but it does do a good job at repelling water, as I'll explain with the next piece of gear. Next up, we have the Stratus jacket. This piece keeps all the wind out, keeps you warm. It's got a bunch of features on it with a little grunt call up on the left sleeve, zippers on either side of the chest. You got two regular pocket zippers down at the bottom, And the hood is fully detachable just by little snap buttons, 4 of them, so you can take that off if you don't want that in your way. And it's also got a harness hole that you can remove. It's got some magnets and an extra little button to slide that out with. The hood has a little bit of different material on either side around the ears so that the sound gets in a little better so you can hear things in the woods. The material that the Stratus jacket and the pants are made out of, like I said, does a great job of stopping the wind, and it is actually water repellent. I've noticed this. I've actually worn this in light to moderate rain. If you get in a heavy downpour, I haven't hunted in that, but I'd assume you'd get a little wet. But so far, I haven't gotten wet in moderate rain out for a few hours. It really does a good job. Like they advertise, the water beads up and sort of bounces off. So that has been great. I've really enjoyed that. Now things are starting to get into the 30s, I would say, is when I start to go wearing this hat. This is the GTX hat. Really nice warm material in there. I like having a little bill, just keep the sun out of your eyes a little bit. Keeps your head really warm. Having a warm hat actually saves you a lot of warmth escaping because a lot of it can get off. This is the warmest hat Sitka makes, so if you don't want to wear a hood, it is a great substitute. Now I will also throw on a neck gaiter to keep all that warmth that just escapes through the cracks in your jacket or the back of your neck. You know, you can feel the wind getting in there. This just locks you down, keeps you good and warm, so I definitely recommend this one. It's super soft, really warm material, same as the GTX hat. You almost want to fall asleep in it.
Insert picture.
Insert picture. And then we get on to base layers that I'll throw on once it gets into those 30-degree mornings like I was mentioning. I went with the Merino wool base layers. They have kept me really warm. They've done great with scent. I haven't ever experienced them smelling bad. And they feel great. They're warm. That was the bottoms, and then here's the heavyweight Merino top. It feels almost a little bit thicker than the bottoms actually, and it's got a little quarter zip on the top just to help you get over your head so it stays tight to your neck. And again, really warm, good to throw on underneath the Stratus and Fanatic hoodie. And then the last piece that I put on for those really chilly mornings, I don't ever wear this in, I just leave it in my backpack or on the outside bottom straps. I bring along a Fanatic vest, which has got the super quiet outside material, and then also, just like the Stratus jacket, it's got a place for your harness to go through so you can put it on in the stand after your harness is already on without having to detach from the tree. It's got a couple features, nice pocket here for your rangefinder call to slide into your phone or whatever you want, and then another great feature to keep your hands warm if you've got the Fanatic gloves on and the Fanatic hoodie with the little mittens there, and you just throw in a hand warmer. You got a little kangaroo pouch here, keep your hands in nice and warm. I love it, it's great. That's why the zipper goes from one side all the way up instead of down the middle. So that's it for the clothes. Now the backpack's empty, I'll show you a little bit more about it. So one thing you can do when you get up in the stand is actually hang it by this O-ring right here, and then you got a couple pockets to access just really quickly here with some zippers. You throw things in there, and then if your state requires it, you can, or if you feel safer, you got a whole orange pouch sleeve here that folds and clips down over top of the backpack here, just so that you got more orange on if your state requires it by law or if you just want to do it for safety purposes. That's really handy. That comes with the backpack. There's also a whole bunch of pockets and other stuff inside the backpack here. Sitka's got a great video on it on their website. You can go look at that. Look at all those. You use it to store different things. Everyone's got their own setup for where they put in what pockets. You figure it out as it goes along. These straps on the outside, I've used it to carry anything from my bow, quiver, tree saddle. And then on the bottom, another handy thing that I've been able to put clothes on are these straps, which have got a lot of adjustability to be expanded out. You can put clothes under there, or I've even done a sleeping bag before. There's a couple side pockets on either side. And then also when you put the backpack on, you can just get a little bit of extra support and tighten up a little chest strap. Doesn't have the big hip support or all that other extra stuff. I personally like that. this is not something I'm using to pack a deer or something out of the mountain. I'm just using to carry my gear into a tree stand, whether in some case that's 50 yards or a couple hundred yards. This works just fine for my purposes. Against your back, there's like a little bit of rigidity, but it's not like a hard metal frame. It's just meant to be a lightweight backpack. That concludes my system that I use down here at school in Virginia. Please let us know if you have any questions on that or any other comments you may have. Feel free to share what you guys like about your system. Leave a comment. We love to see what you guys are doing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.